Hey guys, welcome to PCube, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today we have another home free, this time with a Christmassy vibe. This is Angels We Have Heard on High. We'll listen to two other home free, so I can put the link for both of them here back to back if you guys want to watch them. It honestly, the last two times that we watched them, it was so much fun. I love the individual characters of their voice a lot. I love that they bring such a cool vibe to every song. At least in the last two songs I've listened to, we really enjoyed both the musical part and the visual part and everything, the blend of their voices and the beatboxing part, the part that is just not vocal, I guess. It was honestly so much fun. So we can't wait for more. And we thought it's not no better time than now to listen to one of their Christmassy songs.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plain. Angels we have angels we have heard. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains.
I love the beginning of it, the very beginning of it, the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That they had kind of like a canon going on, which means somebody starts singing, but before finishing their phrase, somebody else starts singing the same thing, and then again before that. So it's kind of like a ensemble, but in a canon way. It was so cool. I love that, and then I love that they finally started singing together after that. You could still hear every single line, the bass especially. I couldn't help but hearing it.
Exactly, and I liked also the very first voice. It was so angelic, as he was saying, angels. It felt really like an angel is singing that. And also in one of the repeats or the canon lines that one of them were singing, they added a very small and very beautiful and interesting ornament, that it was really like the Middle Ages music ornaments, it felt like it comes from there, the melody comes from there, or it is written in Middle Ages, the melody and the whole, the whole
Okay, now that you mentioned that,
performance is coming
let's
from
go back
there.
to the beginning. I want to hear that.
Okay.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plain. Angels we have angels we have heard. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in Gloria.
Oh my god, that harmony was so cool. Also, I know I talked about it in every video, but I love that they have so much bass present here, and you don't even have to listen that carefully to hear it. It's just very present, and I think it gives it such a very intentional and grounding layer to the whole song, because it feels like it has so much depth in it. It's not just higher voices on top. There's some grounding in it, and I love that about it. And I love the lines that he's singing. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and I mean the last part that you paused, that they did something like kind of modulation. I don't know
Yeah.
if it was whole modulation or something. In my ears, at least, what I've heard until now, it's mostly like modulation happens when they ended some part and they want to begin some part, and then they modulate and then begin the new part with a new harmony. But now here was like the modulation part was just the end of the like a sentence, like it was like, okay, the sentence is already finished, but not, it's also a modulation, and it wasn't like the beginning of a new part, it was end of the last part. And for me it was such a surprise to hear that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Gloria in Gloria in excelsis Deo. The joy to the world. The Lord has come in glory. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Oh, Gloria in excelsis Deo. In Gloria in excelsis Deo. Ba-da-ba-da, in excelsis Deo.
I want to say that for the bass line that you mentioned, I don't know if the notes and the thing that they are singing are already like I don't know, middle age or from Renaissance notes, and they are just singing it, or they made also the harmonies, or they changed something or stuff. But with the bass line, I hear that first of all, it's not like typical like what you predict that the bass line would be. Sometimes it makes so many very interesting dissonance that you don't expect that, and like, what happened? And also, and sometimes like the feeling of the melody and the harmonies are like, yeah, this is a like music from the Middle Ages, or it feels like classical music. And then sometimes also just with the change of one note in the bass, it sounds a little like the harmonies that pop music uses. So it in a very short time, it goes from the very like relaxed harmony to a very dissonance, and then to a harmony that you hear in a pop music, and then it changes a lot. And it's so interesting to see that all of these different feelings happen just because this one line. And it also, I also realized it, and we also all of us realize it also in the harmony classes that we take in the university, that just with change of one note, it's the same chord and everything, but just with adding or changing just one note, the whole character and the color of the chord will change completely. And it's so interesting to see how it works now in the music, that just with the bass line, if you just take out the bass line, it's something like something that you can listen, and it's not like crazy like this. but with the harmonies that the bass line, the notes that the bass line is singing, you're like, oh, okay, now it's like that, now it's like that, now it goes to a little pop style, now it goes to a dissonance, and gives like so many interesting and exciting feelings to it.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that it truly, for me, especially, I don't unfortunately know their name, but the guy who started it, but also he was the one that also in the chorus that when they were singing Gloria, his voice and all of them like blended together was giving me the feeling of really like going up and very uplifting. It really captured I think the vibe of the song. I don't want to use the word vibe, but it's like the mood of the song, because talking about angels and then being on high, so it really captured that feeling of not being on earth, very like uplifting and like in the sky. So it felt like something you would hear in the sky, and if you're going up, it was not earthy at all, which is very impressive, because the last two songs that we listened to, they had like such an earthy vibe to me. It felt like, oh, we are kind of like, the one of them was very country and the other one was like Ring of Fire, which was also country, I guess. But it's so amazing that they have the ability to switch characters, partly because of the harmony, but also the way that they shape the ornaments, the phrasings that they're using, like the way that they go high, high, high in every phrase and then they close it. That would give it such a, I don't know, like uplifting, angelic, like vibe to it, and it was so impressive. Yeah, it was honestly, every time that I listen to them, it's always very surprising in an amazing way, because you see something new. So if you guys have any other suggestions of them, please let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It's totally free and it will help us a lot. If you want to support us more, there's a buy me a coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Bye!
Bye.